Prohibition in Iceland. Prohibition in Iceland went into effect in 1915 and lasted, to some extent, until 1 March 1989, since celebrated as Beer Day. The ban had originally prohibited all alcohol, but from 1922 legalized wine and in 1935 legalized all alcoholic beverages except beer with more than 2.25% alcohol content. As in many other states with prohibition, illegal brewing and smuggling of alcoholic beverages were widespread during the ban. According to one study, opposition to beer in Iceland was found to be strongest among Alþingi members from rural areas and traditional socialist parties. The most influential argument against beer alone was that adolescents are particularly susceptible. History. In a 1908 referendum, Icelanders voted in favor of a ban on all alcoholic drinks, going into effect 1 January 1915. In 1921, the ban was partially lifted after Spain refused to buy Iceland's main export, fish, unless Iceland bought Spanish wines. The ban was then modified after a national referendum in 1933 came out in favor of legalizing spirits. Strong beer with an alcohol content of more than 2.25%, however, was not included in the 1935 vote in order to please the temperance lobby, which argued that beer would lead to more depravity because it was cheaper than spirits. As international travel brought Icelanders back in touch with beer, bills to legalize it were regularly moved in the Icelandic parliament, but were shot down on technical grounds. Prohibition lost more support in 1985, when the Minister of Justice and Ecclesiastical Affairs, himself a teetotaler, prohibited pubs from adding legal spirits to legal non-alcoholic beer called Pilsner by Icelanders to make a potent imitation of strong beer. Soon after beer approached legalization in Parliament, a full turnout of the upper house of Iceland's Parliament voted 13-8 to permit the sales, ending prohibition in the country. Beer Day. Following the end of prohibition, some Icelanders have celebrated Beer Day on 1 March. Some people may take part in a runcher bar crawl, with a few bars staying open until 4:00 a.m. the next day. The legalization of beer remains a significant cultural event in Iceland, as beer has become the most popular alcoholic beverage.